It's all about science. Join me, Doc K, my sidekick Nash, and our very own superhero, Eureka Girl, as we explore superpowers such as...
You read my mind. Come on.
Air manipulation, spider powers,
Whoa.
super strength,
How did you do that?
cryokinesis, and many more in our brand new series, Make Me a Super.
Boom! That was awesome.
Is hot and bothered. Literally.
This heat! I can't take it anymore!
Can Kay ever find a way to cool down?
So I hear from Nash that this is the coldest place in the equator.
We'll take a chill pill and go to the cooler side of things, dipping our fingers into achieving icy and cryogenic powers.
Whoa!
Looks like ice kacang.
Ice, baby.
What's the problem with you?
I'm okay.
This heat! I can't take it anymore!
I literally feel like I'm being set on fire. Why is it the same in here? What's wrong with the AC? What? Shh! Why is it so hot?
I turned it off.
Why would you do that?
I'm trying to channel my inner chi and achieve a cooler temperature on my own.
Oh?
Science.
What? Give me the remote.
Yeah.
He means like this.
Oh, please. Like your eyes went melt in this heat. Oh, it doesn't even feel slightly better.
Comic book theory says no, it won't.
What's that?
Cold is the absence of heat. Iceman gets his cryogenic powers not because he gives off coldness like the AC, but causes things around him to decrease in temperature.
Oh boy, if only I can decrease the temperatures around me right now.
But it's not as if that's possible, nor do we have Superman's ice breath.
No. About that chi thing of yours, I'm pretty sure that we'll just die if our bodies actually reach sub-zero temperatures. I mean, Iceman has some mutation to protect him. Us, we'll just... Pew!
Chi pooper.
So hot. I just wish I could be like Eiji and kind of make popsicles fall from the sky.
Which is obviously not possible. But ice is water in solid form, water in crystal form.
Yes, very cold solid water.
Aha! We can make it look like we have Iceman powers.
Well, you mean with your comic book style lack of reasoning?
Think outside the ice cube, K. What if we could crystallize liquid at the slightest touch? Look like we're Iceman.
Well, then Bob's your uncle. But still, it would be better if it was cold.
Bob? Who's Bob? Anyways, I think it's time for a little crystal cool chemistry.
And I never did figure out who Bob is. But no matter, because we're off to the National Institute of Education and Nanyang Technological University to meet Prof. Subramaniam.
So, what is this big idea?
You'll see, K, but first, let's do some sciencing.
What is sciencing?
Oh, it's something new that I'm trying out. Anyways, Prof. Subramaniam will be helping us with this.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Welcome to our lab.
Hi, Prof. Subra.
Hi. Come.
Prof. Subramaniam is an associate professor, a teacher of teachers. In fact, he's probably taught some of your teachers at some point.
Okay, so we're all geared up.
Yes, we all geared up. Now, what do you think is this solution?
clear liquid. Looks like water, but since we're here, it could be anything.
Actually, this is a saturated solution of sodium ethanoate. And what we have in this Petri dish is also saturated sodium ethanoate. Now, in the glass container here, I have solid sodium ethanoate. Now, what do you think will happen if I pour a bit of this solid sodium ethanoate into the solution here?
You mean this little guy?
Ah, yes.
Please let the dog work.
All right. Take a chill pill, Nash.
Okay, I'm going to place this here and see what happens. Now, you've got to be very cautious because something strange is going to happen. Okay. So, a safety margin is always important. You ready?
Okay, ready.
Freeze in the name of sciencing!
Okay, observe very carefully. Yeah? You know, something strange is going to happen. You know, observe.
Whoa! Look at that! Oh, it looks like
They try not to go too close.
Oh, I might freeze my face.
Would that happen?
No, nothing will happen.
Then why can't we go?
But it's always good to have a safety margin.
Yeah, I guess. Cool, it looks like fractals, you see?
So pretty.
Those sparkly things, don't touch. Only I get a touch. But that's not all, is it, Prof?
No, that's not all. I've got one more thing to show you. Now, observe very carefully. I'm going to put this on top of this Petri dish. I'm going to pour this solution on top of it, and once again, something strange is going to happen. Observe.
Whoa! Looks like ice kacang.
I want to say that. Look at that, like tiny bubbles. It looks like ice kacang.
This is super cool. Mountains of ice. How do you actually get it to rise?
If I'm not wrong, supersaturated means that the solution is almost to the point that no more crystals can be dissolved in it. So, as Prof. Subra poured this onto the solid sodium ethanoate, crystallization happens because the contact with these crystals triggered the solution to hit its limit of dissolving any more crystals. And thus, it changed from liquid to solid form and the solid rises up. The more he poured, the more the liquid crystallized.
Oh, so it's like my Milo dinosaur, where if you add too much powder, it doesn't dissolve.
Yep.
Okay, what we have here is, is the crystallized solution. Now, this crystallized solution, you find that the process happens with evolution of heat. So you find that if you touch it, it's hot. You want to try it?
Okay, sure. Whoa, it's very hot. What?
Please.
Fine.
Whoa, it's actually warm. It's not cold at all. It's the complete opposite of Iceman. I thought we were all about cold and ice today.
Think about the big picture, Kay. It looks like Iceman's powers. In fact, principally, it's very similar.
As I mentioned earlier, this is an exothermic process. So, the process occurs with evolution of heat. That's the reason why when you touch it, it's hot. What is the opposite of exothermic?
Oh, endothermic.
Endothermic.
Which means it's absorbing the heat around it.
Yes.
So, like when ice melts, it's absorbing heat around itself, and that's why it melts.
Right.
Well, not really, because it's not really cold.
Sure.
This is all well and good, Nash. It really does look like we can have ice powers,
But
only just been skating a not so cold surface. It's not cold. It's not even close to cold. I mean, I still feel as hot
Chillax, Dr. K. What about the coldest place in the equator?
the Arctic Circle.
That's not in the equator.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. I mean, like,
Hey, bye, Nash.
Hey, is it gonna be cold? Thank you so much, Professor.
Hey, bye, Kate.
Bye. Hey, Nash.
Up next.
I want to see it.
Don't see anything.
Move.
What's the problem with you? The coolest place on the equator, right here at the center of quantum technologies in the National University of Singapore. here we meet one real cool cat, Dr. Manas Mukherjee, who works with some really out-of-this-world temperatures.
Hi, Prof. Manas. Nice to meet you. My name is Dr. K and this is Nash.
Hello.
Hi, nice meeting you.
So, I hear from Nash that this is the coldest place in the equator. Doesn't really feel like it though.
It is the coldest place on the equator.
Coldest place in the equator. How did you do that?
We use lasers to cool the atomic samples.
Lasers? I think you've got it wrong, Prof. Manas. Lasers make things hot.
Oh, that's correct. But actually, we do use lasers to cool atomic samples. Do you want to see them?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go in.
Let's go! But lasers make things hot. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
If you talk about lasers, yes, normally it sounds like it will make things hot. However, before that, we have to understand what is cold and what it means by hot. Ice is cold, and if you look at the other thing, like the steam is hot. What do you see in steam? That the things are moving very fast. While in ice, they are cold and they stand where they are.
Yes, and crystallization is an exothermic reaction, so it loses heat.
So, by adding lasers to that, we're trying to make things cold by adding heat. But that's like Superman trying to put out a fire using his heat vision.
Oh, yes, that's correct. What you need to do to slow down things?
By pushing it from the other direction like this.
Absolutely. So light has momentum, and therefore the laser pushes the atom in the other direction. This slows the fast-moving atoms down.
But why can't we just use any kind of light to slow it down?
That's not possible because not all materials absorb the same color of light. So the color of light is very important, and we will see how color is important. Let's look into here. You have two colors of balloons. One is the green, the other is the blue balloon. Here in front of you there is a laser light. It's a very high power laser. And now the color of the light is blue. We want to see which one of these would absorb the blue color of light. One thing to keep in mind that this is a high power laser and you cannot do the experiment at home. However, here we can do it because we have laser goggles to protect our eyes. We'll put this on and do the experiment. Okay, so now we will see it, what happens here. So I'm going to switch on the light and it is going to fall on the blue balloon. Now it's on. Let's count. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Nothing happened, right? So it doesn't pop. Let's do the other way around. I'm going to flip the mirror so the light goes directly onto the green one. Are you ready?
Yes.
Because you both said this will pop. Let's
Yes.
see. So you have to be very, very careful. So now the mirror is flipped. I am going to switch it on, the light. 1, 2.
Oh my god! What's the problem with you?
I'm okay.
The green balloon will absorb light of any color other than green, so the blue laser burned the balloon and made it pop.
So the momentum of light stops it from moving in one direction, but then what about the other directions? Like this, or this, or this?
That's because we use something called an ion trap. Metal pieces that create an electric field. We then shine a laser at a very specific angle that can prevent it from wiggling around. By slowing it down each time it moves into the laser beam.
Oh, so with the single laser, we can cool the atoms down completely.
That's correct.
So it's kind of like this, so you can only move up or down.
That's correct.
Wow, can we see it, please?
Of course we can.
This is Dr. Manas's ultra cold ion trap setup that he uses to cool ions. Ions are atoms that have a positive or negative charge.
Cool!
Wow, oh boy, this looks like...
A whole lot of sciencing.
Yes, this is where science happens. So what we see in front is called an ion trap. As I mentioned you before, for a particular material, you need a particular light. Here we work with barium atom, and this atom is already put inside. It becomes a gas. Then we put light, and of course it has to be particular color. In this case, it's a green light. It goes inside, and then these atoms, initially very hot because they're coming from a heated oven. And then once it sees this light, every time it gets a small kick from the light. And as it gets many kicks, it slows down to really cold temperatures. Let's switch on the oven and we see the atoms inside. You will see the ions, 1, 2 or 3, maybe 4. Have a look.
I want to see
I
it.
don't see anything.
Move.
There's nothing inside.
Of course there are. Look carefully. You should see it.
I don't think it's possible to see atoms with the naked eye.
That's correct. So you cannot really see atoms because they emit very low light. It needs a special camera to see those lights. Now let's switch off the external lights, this one and this one. And then we go over there where we can see the camera light.
I want to see.
So you can now put off your glasses and we can see the ions from the camera.
Ooh, it's so pretty. How cold is it anyway?
Is it colder than the North Pole?
Yes, of course.
Is it colder than the deepest depths of the ocean?
Yes, it is colder than that.
Is it colder than outer space?
Yes, of course, it is colder than the outer space. Yes, it's actually a few tenths of millikelvin. A millikelvin is 1,000th of a Kelvin. That would be minus 273.15 degrees centigrade.
Minus 273.15 degrees centigrade?
Yes.
That is extremely cold. What's the application of this? Why do you need to research on such cold temperatures?
The basic of a universe is atoms. So if you can study atoms, we can know about the universe. On the other side, you can actually use the atoms to make one of the fastest ever computers in the world. It's called the quantum computers.
So just another question. If I want it to be as powerful as Iceman, do I need like lasers with the same wavelength shooting out from my body in all directions?
You see, for atoms it works well because they have characteristic wavelengths. So if you have that light, it works well. For monsters, for humans, it doesn't work that way because we don't have characteristic wavelength. So it doesn't work that way.
Oh man.
Never mind, it's okay. Anyways, thank you so much for showing us around, Prof. Manas, and showing us your super cool machine. And here's your glasses.
Thank you.
And thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Bye.
Up next.
But wait! Free!
What now?
An instant ice slushy.
You're always so overdramatic, Kay.
I'm not being overdramatic. It's just that every time I get out in the open, I feel like I'm being set on fire. Ice, cold drinks, just what I need.
You can thank me later, Kay. But wait! Free!
What now? I'm too hot to freeze.
Allow me.
Come on.
And okay. And may I present to you an instant ice slushy.
What? Did you... What? Did you just see that? And it's soft. It's like gummy. How did you do that? Did you find out like how to... Iceman?
Hang on to your marbles, Kay.
You must have something up your sleeves. Is EG in on this? EG!
Pipe down, Kay. This is all at my great abilities at sciencing.
Sciencing? Good gravy.
Good gravy indeed. Please have a sip of your slushy, Kay, as I know all of your troubles and pain.
Not until you tell me how you did this, I won't.
Take a chill pill, Kay. It's real simple. My first step was to get a couple of bottles of purified water. Then I placed it inside a super freezer and let it stay there for a few hours until it became super cool.
Super cool.
Yes, it is. Not just cool, but super cool. Cooler than ice.
Okay.
Anyways, while we were on our way back, I told our most beloved super helper to help us very carefully place the bottle on the table to surprise you.
Hang on. Why didn't the water freeze in the bottle?
So what do you need when you want something to change from one state to the other?
Changes in temperature?
Yu Guang,
Differences in the speed of molecules?
cold,
I know, nucleation.
very cool, super cool, so cool,
So,
Yep, a nucleation site. So in order for the water to change from liquid to solid form, it not only needs to be cold, but it needs for its molecules to form bonds to hold it together. A nucleation site is like a stage for this change to happen. But when the water is completely pure with no impurities, the stage is absent. And so, the water molecules can't arrange themselves into solid form. So, while the temperature of the water went below 0 degrees, they simply couldn't change to ice, even though they really wanted to. When we shook the bottle or poured it on the ice, we provided a nucleation site by helping the molecules slot into place and trigger the rest of the water to change into ice.
so when we poured the super cool water on top of the ice, the crystallization followed the stream of water. Very clever.
Don't praise me just yet. It's time for more sciencing. So the energy from my casual opening a water bottle caused the whole bottle to freeze.
Hang on, I want to try something. Do you have any more of these super cool bottles? Where are you getting these things? Anyway, thank you. So if I'm right, the moment an ice cube touches the water in the glass... Can I have an ice cube, please? Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Whoa, you see that? Look at that. Hey, it does! It does! It does! Look at it!
Oh my god, it crystallized! So what do you think, Kate? Can we be more like Iceman or Iceman?
We can definitely make things super cool and start off the whole crystallization process in an instant to make it look like we have Iceman powers. But I don't know... But then again, heat is energy, and energy is life. If it's all cold, then there's no life.
Whoa, that took a dark turn.
And if I was feeling cool all the time, then I wouldn't be able to enjoy a cold slushy or an ice cream.
Ooh, that's too big a sacrifice.
You know what? As long as global warming freezes in its tracks, I'm pretty happy kicking back with this ice slushy.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. Hang on to your marbles, Kate.
I'm pretty happy kicking back with this ice slushy.